What's up, Madden community? This is MuttGeek back with another Madden 23 Ultimate Team video, and today I am going to feature a Saints 50 out of 50 plus Ultimate Legends offensive line, defensive line, and halfback chemistry boost for you guys. We are nearing the end of Madden Ultimate Team, and regular theme teams have kind of dated themselves unless if you use the max amount of fillers. In most teams' situations, you can have anywhere between 12 and 14 flexes depending on how many times 2 chemistry cards they have. But I thought it'd be fun to try to combine a theme team with the Ultimate Legends chemistry boost now that more Ultimate Legends are in the game and we can get those boosts. Real quick though, if you do enjoy this video or find it helpful, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can see my daily videos and turn that notification bell on so you can be alerted of when I drop new content. We're going to set a like goal of 20 on this video. Greatly appreciate the support. So first you are going to want to get this gold legendary strategy card. It only goes for about 140,000 coins depending on the time of day that you're looking at. This is going to give you 5 extra Saints chemistries. It's also going to give you +1 to impact blocking, catching, awareness, throw power, and acceleration for all of your Saints chemistry players. And here is the offense. So there's lots of options that you can choose at quarterback. The two best options, in my opinion, would be either Drew Brees or Ken Stabler if you have him. Ken Stabler is a card you would have had to have earned by playing the game since the beginning and acquiring certain cards, Dave Casper, Deion Sanders, and Rob Gronkowski's season champion cards throughout the year. If you do not have Ken Stabler, unfortunately, you cannot buy him at this point, and he's not in packs. Drew Brees is also a really good option, though. Drew Brees does have the Slinger 1 release. Ken Stabler has the Slinger 3 release. Brees also gets ×2 chemistry for being part of the Ultimate Legends program. Any Ultimate Legends player who was selected to the Pro Bowl or the All-Pro team while they played for that team gets ×2 chemistry for that squad. At running back, we are going to use the Ultimate Legends cards with Marshall Faulk as your main halfback. If you don't want to spend the coins on him, there is Emmitt Smith who you could use as well. He does go for significantly cheaper, but Marshall Faulk is the better option. Both of them are LTDs, and any Ultimate Legends LTD gets ×2 chemistry for the Ultimate Legends chemistry boost. You need 5 halfback/fullback chemistries in order to get the boost, which I'll show you what those boosts are in a moment. So we have Marshall Faulk as our primary running back, Bo Jackson as the backup running back, and at backup fullback we have Joe Perry, who is an LTD, also has a Redux card. Either of those cards get ×2 chemistry. I did test out the Redux myself, and I can confirm that the Redux also gets ×2 chemistry for the Ultimate Legends chemistry boost. Jamal Williams, the third running back, was a free card from the Season 4 Field Pass. At wide receiver, we've got Calvin Johnson, 99 overall gold. You should have gotten him up to a 99 overall. Most people have by now. I am personally at level 58, and you need to get to level 50 in order to get his last upgrade token. He is a 6'5" wide receiver that gets any team chemistry. He actually gets ×2 chemistry when you have him maxed out at the 99 overall. At wide receiver 2, I chose Jeremy Shockey, who is a tight end, but he gets wide receiver as a secondary position. There wasn't really another third good option other than Calvin Johnson and Odell Beckham. Keenan Allen is definitely outdated. Chris Olave, unfortunately, is outdated as well. But if you want to use a Saints player, obviously you can use a Chris Olave over Odell Beckham if you wanted. Odell Beckham was the free agency master who gets any team chemistry. So he is definitely a pretty good option if you want to use him as well. At actual tight end, we've got Taysom Hill, Rob Gronkowski, and Adam Troutman. So I chose Troutman. I think there's a couple other tight ends that have a higher overall than him, but Troutman has a better run block. So when you're on the goal line, I figure he'd be more useful than some of those other options. But you can either use Taysom Hill or Rob Gronkowski. Both are really good options. Obviously, Gronk is taller. He's 6'6". I think Taysom Hill's only 6'2" maybe. But Taysom Hill's going to be a little bit more fun to use. Better route running, quicker cuts. They both get short in Elite, I believe, for 0 AP. So obviously that's an important ability. For the offensive line, we do have John Madden at left tackle. You could use Teron Armstead, the Terror, at left tackle if you wanted to. I did put him as the backup, so he still gave boosts to the wide receivers and tight ends for run blocking and pass blocking. And then on the offensive line, we've got 4 LTDs, Russ Grimm, Marquise Pouncey, David DeCastro, and Larry Allen. Larry Allen is a right guard, but he gets right tackle as a secondary position. He will not be that gold 99 overall, though, when you have him at right tackle. So if you're hoping to get him up to a 99, you're not going to be able to. Remember that all Ultimate Legends get ×2 chemistry. For the Ultimate Legends chemistry boost for offensive line, you need 8 total chemistry boosts. So that's why these 4 players will give you enough to get that boost. And this is actually a 51 out of 50 Saints team. So you do have one option for filler if you wanted to throw somebody in. One option could be the Red Tornado at backup center, who would increase all of your left guards and right guards speed and acceleration. Even though Allen is at right tackle, because he's a right guard, he still gets that boost from the Red Tornado. That I can definitely confirm for you guys. And these are the boosts that the 4 Ultimate Legends offensive linemen will receive: +1 to strength, +7 to agility, +8 to speed, +8 to acceleration, +2 to awareness, +1 to jump, +7 to change of direction, +2 to impact blocking, run block power, run block finesse, pass block power, pass block finesse, and +1 to stamina. As you can see, these boosts are definitely better than a regular theme team boost, and they're more specific to the actual positions that the player is in. I have been using these 4 offensive linemen on my theme team, and I've definitely been noticing a difference as far as offensive linemen getting upfield for extra blocking on linebackers and safeties. I do have this Ultimate Legends offensive line boost and the Red Tornado, so I got a lot of speed boosts from those 2 things. These are the boosts for the halfbacks and fullbacks: +2 to agility, +1 to speed, +1 to acceleration, carrying, pass block, run block, jumping, trucking, change of direction, stamina, and break press. So also more specific to the actual position. I would say that this one is probably not as good as the offensive lineman boost, in my opinion, if you were to compare this to the regular theme team boost, but this is still good. And taking a look at the defense here, so we've got at cornerback, Deion Sanders, who gets any team chemistry. Darius Slay also gets any team chemistry, and Jamel Dean. Also have Janoris Jenkins, a.k.a. the Jackrabbit, and Marshawn Lattimore. So you have 5 solid cornerbacks. At safeties, we've got Marcus Williams, Sammy Knight, Isaiah Polomeo, who gets any team chemistry. That's a free card from the Team Affinity Challenges. And Jordan Poyer, who also gets any team chemistry. Hopefully, Sammy Knight gets an Ultimate Legends upgrade soon, because that card is definitely getting outdated, and that was one of the best cards, in my opinion, when that card came out. Jordan Poyer doesn't really get great discounted abilities, so keep that in mind if you're going to be putting him in. You may want to use 4 or maybe even all 5 cornerbacks, and then also Marcus Williams and Isaiah Polomeo as your 7 primary defensive backs, or maybe even mix in Demario Davis or Mike Singletary. So depending on your play style, those would be your options. For linebackers, we do have Jason Taylor, who is a right end, gets right outside linebacker as a secondary position. Demario Davis, Mike Singletary, and Shaquille Leonard, the Maniac, that gets any team chemistry from the AKA New Class promo. On the defensive line, we've got Michael Strahan, John Madden, Shy Tuttle, and Reggie White. Shy Tuttle is the Team Diamonds 2 card for the Saints. He gets ×2 chemistry, so you definitely need him on your squad. The first Team Diamonds card was Sammy Knight, so you can get his 96 overall card, or you could also get his 92 overall card instead if you wanted to save some coins, if you didn't plan on actually using him in your lineup. For the Ultimate Legends defensive line chemistry cards, we've got Jason Taylor, Michael Strahan, Ed Too Tall Jones, and Haloti Ngata. Now remember, our LTDs are getting ×2 chemistry, so Jason Taylor is an LTD, so is Michael Strahan and Ed Too Tall Jones. You need 7 chemistries for the defensive line chemistry boost, which I'll show you what those boosts are in a moment. So with those 3 cards getting ×2 chemistry, that is 6 chemistries, plus Haloti Ngata is your 7th. Haloti Ngata does get the inside stuff ability for 0 AP, so keep that in mind for run plays. John Madden also gets that for 0 AP. So you have a good mix of inside stuff abilities, and then most everybody else gets double or nothing for 0 AP, which in my opinion is the best pass rushing ability. Jason Taylor gets that for 0 AP, so does Michael Strahan, Reggie White, Ed Too Tall Jones. So you definitely got some options for pass rushers also. The boosts that your Ultimate Legends defensive line players are getting are +1 to strength, +4 to agility, +1 to speed and acceleration, +1 to jumping, +4 to change of direction, +2 to power move and finesse move, and +1 to stamina. So that is a pretty solid defense if you ask me, and the defensive line was actually an area where the Saints team lacked a little bit, so adding in Jason Taylor, Michael Strahan, Ed Too Tall Jones, and even Haloti Ngata definitely strengthens this defense in my opinion. On special teams, we have the odd position, Drew Brees punter as your punter, Matt Gay as your kicker, and I threw in Bo Jackson as the kick returner, punt returner, but you can throw in anybody you'd like, but I feel like that's probably the best option. You don't want a starting running back in as your kick returner, punt returner. And for your specialist, so I pretty much went over most of this stuff here, but obviously we've got Marshall Faulk as your third down back and power back, Odell Beckham as your slot receiver because he's the shortest out of your three main receivers, Isaiah Polameo I would recommend as your sub linebacker, your primary user. He is 6'4", gets pickers for 0 AP, definitely an ideal user. I would recommend Reggie White and Shaquille Leonard, the maniac, on the outside to start because they both get the no outsiders ability for 0 AP, and then you'd probably want to work in Jason Taylor and Too Tall Jones on the outside instead of Shaquille Leonard for the double or nothing ability, unless if you want to spend AP for the Maniac to be able to get double or nothing, which costs you 1 AP if you wanted to. Michael Strahan and John Madden on the inside I'd recommend, and then Janoris Jenkins and then Jackrabbit as your slot corner. He is the shortest out of your cornerbacks. I think he's 5'10", maybe 5'11", but gets really good abilities, so you definitely want to have him in your lineup. And that is what a Saints 50 out of 50 theme team plus the Ultimate Legends halfback boost, offensive line, and defensive line boost would look like. Again, this is a 51 out of 50 theme team for the Saints if you do everything correctly. So you do have an option for one extra filler if you wanted to get somebody in there, say Red Tornado, or if you wanted to put in Legatron, or if you wanted an extra safety or a specific user. If you wanted to get in Cam Chancellor, who is another really, really good user. If you wanted to put Cam Chancellor and Polameo in the middle, that would be dynamite. But definitely a fun squad. I'm still rocking my Dolphins theme team plus the Ultimate Legends offensive line, defensive line, and halfback boost myself. I am thinking about actually switching to a Dolphins 40 out of 40 with all of the chemistry boosts, adding in the cornerbacks and safeties. So I may start building that and see what that looks like. But if you guys want to see me do a video like this for your team, definitely leave a comment. Let me know who you guys want to see me do. I do have the Chargers next up on my list from a request that somebody else had left in a comment. But if you want to see your team, let me know and I can try to get that done for you guys. But that is it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it or found it helpful. And if you did, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can see my daily videos. And thank you for watching this video.